Hello students, this week is week 4 for health class. I wanted to explain to you what you are doing this week. You only have one folder, and that means that it's probably a project. So let's scroll down in the class to the unit folders. When you click in the unit folders, you will see your unit 1 folder, which should be completed, all 3 folders. And then your unit 2 folder you started last week. February 6th was the due date for the nutrient folder, but we are going to work out of the second folder today and this week, and you are going to be creating a food tracker assignment. Now, before you get too excited, it is not about calories. It is doing a one-day food analysis. So what you're going to do is you're going to click on this link here. You're going to make a copy of this document. And as you can see, it is a chart. So basically what I'd like you to do for the day is whichever day you choose, if you want to choose a healthier day or maybe just an average day or an unhealthy day, I want you to type in the food choices here in these boxes. I want you to include everything. That includes juices, sodas, gum, anything that you are eating or consuming for that day. Then I'd like you to indicate the serving size. And there are 2 websites, Calorie King or WebMD Food Calculator, or My Food Diary. So actually 3 sites that you can use to go to and search up that food. So let's say you had spaghetti with red sauce. You could go to one of these websites, type in homemade spaghetti with red sauce. You're going to want to indicate how much, like your serving size. So think about mom's measuring cup at home. That's 8 ounces. So kind of look at that measuring cup and see how much you had. For spaghetti, sometimes you eat maybe 3 cups. So I want you then to indicate, according to the website, how much fat, saturated fat, trans fat, cholesterol, sodium, carbohydrates, fiber, all the way across, including vitamins and minerals. And please look and note at the milligrams, or if it's micrograms. Please make note of that so you are able to type in the number that you're seeing on that website. So if they measured in micrograms, you're going to want to Google how to transfer that into milligrams. So I've tried to keep the math fairly easy. So when you are looking at, let's say proteins, let's say you put in a food here like spaghetti. And these are just false numbers, so please bear with me. And let's say that your spaghetti had 15 grams of protein because you had meat sauce on it. And then you had a peanut butter sandwich that day for lunch. And let's say the peanut butter sandwich had 23. If you simply put the number in the box with no label, then when you scroll down, it's automatically going to add these numbers up for you. And if you can see down here, the purple grayish color, that is the average daily recommended amount of protein for males. And then this is the average recommended daily amount for females. So I've tried to keep it fairly easy regarding the mathematical aspect of that. And please note, you are not counting calories, okay? This is not for you to nitpick your diet apart. My goal in this assignment is I want you to see if you have any deficits, like if you are not getting enough calcium during the day or you aren't getting enough vitamin A. And what we're going to do is we're going to analyze what happens if you continually don't get enough calcium or vitamin A or cholesterol or trans fat or whatever, or if you get too much. So the goal of this is to not count calories. Guys, counting calories is ridiculous. It is not about the quantity of calories that you eat, because some of you are athletes, some of you are very active, and you need 5,000 calories a day easy. When Michael Phelps was competing for the Olympics, he ate 10,000 calories a day. So this assignment, you are not counting calories. It is all about the quality of food that you're eating versus the quantity. Okay, so the quantity of calories is irrelevant. Um, I want to know the quality of the calories that you're eating. And that's why I want you to try to find the information for each of the foods that you eat for the day. If it doesn't have that content listed, then it's probably under 1 gram, or you could simply just put 0 in that box. Please you don't have to change your diet and make it a healthy diet. I would really like you to just be real. You're not getting graded on your food choices, okay? I was a high schooler at one point, and I can look back and say that my food choices were not the best. So the goal is for you to just analyze what your regular diet consists of and possibly look at making changes. Because if you're not getting enough vitamin D, it can affect different parts of your body. If you're not getting enough vitamin C, it definitely affects your immunity. Iron, you could start feeling lightheaded and weak. So it's really important that we analyze the quality of food that we're eating for the day. Okay? Once you get that food tracker completed, you are going to use this link here to submit your food chart. I would like you to submit the chart so I can see what you're seeing. When you submit that chart, then I would like you to utilize that chart to answer the following questions in your assessment. So you are going to choose different items in your diet, and you are going to complete these essay questions that are really important for you to evaluate your particular diet for that day. So there will be 4 to 5, it looks like 5 essay questions for you to complete. Please make sure you are reading through the questions very carefully. Many students do make the mistake of not knowing the difference between a micronutrient and a macronutrient. So in the statements that I give you, I indicate macronutrients are proteins, carbohydrates, and fats. So when I ask you what macronutrient you are most deficient in, your only choices will be protein, carbohydrates, and fats. When I'm asking you about micronutrients, your only choices will be a vitamin or a mineral that you're deficient in. So it's really important that you read the instructions carefully and you go through, and I've even given you examples of what I would like to see from you in your statement. You are high schoolers, so I do expect you to write and complete sentences and use data from your chart to support your answer. So if I'm asking you what macronutrient you're deficient in, I want you to tell me, was it a protein, carbohydrates, and fats? I also want you to tell me the number that you had and what the average amount you should have. So show me the data when you are typing up your answers. This is really important for you to be able to analyze, if there are any deficiencies. In the last few questions of the essay assessment, you will see that you are going to go and research what happens if you're deficient in a certain macronutrient, or what happens if you're deficient in a certain micronutrient, because many of you may already be experiencing some of these signs and symptoms. And so it's important to understand that there are some things that you could add to your diet that may help alleviate how you're feeling. If you're feeling very tired by the end of the day, or you have headaches or muscle weakness, things like that. So this lesson is a really great lesson for you to analyze the foods that you're eating, and more importantly, analyze the nutrients that your diet is either getting too much of or you're lacking in. So it is kind of a big project, so please start early, take your time, don't wait till the last minute. And guys, as teenagers, I know that please don't submit that you had a Starbucks coffee and Cheez-Its, a small bag of Cheez-Its for the day. We know that teenagers typically eat more than that. Please don't skimp on this assignment. Please do good work, because that is what you're going to be graded on. So you have 7 days to complete this assignment. If one day you actually do have Starbucks and a small bag of Cheez-Its, then please don't use that day. I'd like you to utilize a day where you're eating at least 2 meals, or, 3 meals a day, where we can actually see a good analysis of your diet. So if you have any questions regarding this assignment, please don't hesitate to email me, reach out. I look forward to seeing what you guys submit. It's always a great assessment and a self-reflection to analyze the foods that we consume on a daily basis. Take care. Enjoy your week.